Guys, I totally promised myself no more Rachel Zegler videos. I promise. But then, I keep seeing the Discord and I keep finding out I just can't stop it. I wasn't going to even make a video for like a week or so. And I'm not allowed to have soda. If you've been here long enough, for health reasons, I can't have soda. But yet here we are. We're breaking all the rules today. We're even wearing the glasses. So I want to talk about, okay, you know how in the last video we were talking about that Variety article that was talking about how Rachel Zegler had to get the producer or the director, I don't remember which one it was, they had to fly to New York to tell her to take down the post about Palestine. Since it was a company post, it was supposed to be like a scheduled Disney post, and she added her own political agenda to it. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself, even though most of us know the lore behind the whole Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot of it all. I think the glare is just going to make that really hard to pay attention. As most of us already know, Gal was born in Israel. She was in the military, and her grandfather is a Holocaust survivor. So she has been pretty vocal on her own post about her own her political beliefs and how she stands with her country. Well, Rachel, on the other hand, has also been very vocal with her political beliefs, which opposite of Gal, because they differ in how they feel about the war in the Middle East. Since, Rachel's young, the young kids love to say free Palestine, but Rachel said it in a Disney post. Like Disney paid her to promote Snow White, and she's been irritated that Gal was posting, her political beliefs on her own time. That she said, I don't know what the post was, go watch Snow White when it comes out, and as always, free Palestine. She added it to a company post, which is a big no-no if you're an adult. Adults know you shouldn't, she's immature. So anywho, Variety wrote an article saying that the producer of Snow White, Mark Platt, had to travel to New York twice to tell, so I was going to say Snow White, to tell Rachel, hey, stop making these posts. It's causing a lot of problems for this movie that everyone needs to get paid from. And, if you keep saying all this stuff, maybe no one will see it. And it's kind of ruining the business. And being the smug, immature brat that Rachel is, she didn't take down the one about Palestine. It's still up. But she did tell all the Republicans, well, anyone who's voting for Trump, she doesn't need their business, and she doesn't want them to have any peace in their life. They asked her to take that one down. I think she did take that one down, and they gave her an apology for her to post. She didn't write because there was capitalized letters and punctuation, and she doesn't use punctuation. She's too cool. She's a cool kid. Cool kids they only write in lowercase because they hate capitalism. They love communism. So with all this drama that has been going up, all the young kids are siding with Rachel because they don't understand what it's like being an adult, or don't even understand politics. But they're reaching out to the producer's son, who's an actor too, and saying, how dare your grown father go to this young lady. Of course, she's a victim. They're all victims. They're all oppressed. We're actually getting out of the age of oppression, and we're entering the age of taking accountability and being the hero. So hopefully this whole victim culture is going to be done soon. But anywho's, I'm just also I'm not saying this verbatim, but some little kid was trolling this grown man saying,
how dare your creepy old man father go into this young girl's house and talk to her about her politics? Isn't there a such thing of free speech?
And this man, the son's name, I think it's Jonah Platt. Where is it? Yeah, his name is Jonah Platt. So he responded to this troll, you really want to do this? Yeah, my dad, the producer of an enormous piece of Disney IP with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee for dragging her personal politics in the middle of promoting the movie for which she signed a multi-million-dollar contract to get paid and do publicity for. This is called adult responsibility and accountability, and her actions clearly hurt the film's box office. Free speech does not mean you're allowed to say whatever you want in your private employment without repercussions. Tens of thousands of people worked hard on this film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of all the colleagues and crew, blue collar workers, who depend on this movie's success. Narcissism is not something that should be coddled or encouraged. This is what we've been like, these are the words we've been wanting to say to the whole woke culture and to Rachel. I just had to make a video once I heard him say this, because this is just exactly what we've all been wanting to scream at the top of our lungs, and they just don't get it. They just keep playing victim. And then I saw a video of a Gen Zer that was sticking up for Rachel in a video, and I was reading the comments, and someone wrote,
I'm still wondering what woke's supposed to mean. Is it like a slur for a nice person or what?
they are literally the meme from The Simpsons. I'm helping. But this is woke. I have defined it so many ways. It's the Democratic Party finding a way to use people's empathy and use it as a weaponization, like people with low IQ that don't want to learn about politics or anything, and teaching them that identity politics means you're a nice person, but it's really the gateway into communism. It's not equality. It's, what's that stupid word? It's not equality. It's equity. It's when you can have someone that builds houses for the less fortunate, or a brain surgeon would get the same amount as somebody who is a criminal and doesn't have a job and has 3 babies mamas, because it doesn't matter what work you do or what you give to society. Everyone has to get paid the same. Everyone has to have the same government handouts. No, no one can have a bigger house than someone else. Everything has to be equal. That's not fair. I even see stupid posts say that it's not fair that Gal talks about politics and Rachel can't, like this one.
I don't think it's fair that Gal Gadot can be political and not get in trouble, but Rachel doesn't, and it's the end of the world. Gal has been extremely political on her social media, even making a documentary, and she gets no backlash.
The difference is because she's not doing it on company's time. Rachel was doing it on company's time. It was a company's post that she was adding her political 2 cents in. Do you not understand? If you can remember, Gina Carano, remember she was on The Mandalorian by Disney, and she got fired for her political post during COVID. Remember when the government and the left was talking about that anyone on the right back during COVID, if they didn't get the jab, that they should be in conservation camps, and how she said that it reminded her of something that happened in the past with someone named Adolf, that I'm scared of what I can say on here. And Disney fired her for it, and she is suing them. I think she did win some of it already. She might still be going in court, but this whole Rachel thing just, adds more fuel to the fire, and it gives her more reasons why she can win, because like none of these bitches got fired for all the stupid stuff they said, which I side with Gina. They were talking about putting us in camps. I never got the jab. I was also watching another podcast. I forgot what it was. And someone was talking about all the hate Rachel is getting and how it's so unwarranted, and how they don't understand how Pedro Pascal gets so much love, but he's talked so much crap about the right and stuff. And it's like, no, the fuck we don't. I don't love he's cute. But I can admit when someone's cute, but I also think he's an asshole. I don't watch anything he's in. I think the left, or it's not even the left, I think it's the people that are fangirls and have like a lot of fandom. Like I don't idolize any celebrity. I'm not a fan. Pedro has nothing said anything as close or as bad as Rachel has. He didn't tell half the country he doesn't want their business. He's not that dumb. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Actually, I wasn't supposed to make a video today because I have a rule with myself. This is TMI. Close your ears if you don't want to hear it. But 3 days before Aunt Flo comes or 3 days while she's here, I don't make videos because I might come off a little bitchy and smug. Well, it's 3 days before, and it's really perturbing me because I'm in my own little bubble, and I thought we were all on the same page with Rachel. And then I start reading the comments, and people just, I think it's just people are immature. Maybe they haven't had a real job with, yeah, with what you say in social media, you can get fired for. I got fired during COVID because I worked with a bunch of libtards, and they got on my social media and they found out that I was going to vote for Trump again. I even had a therapist. She said they said she quit, but I think she dropped me because I leaned right as well. But if you guys like this one, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Boy, 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 boy.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ah!